Hi, we are from Group 5. We would like to present about the MS Herald of Free Enterprise. My name is Tanusha. Now I am going to explain the disaster background, which is MS Herald of Free Enterprise. The first point is the disaster MS Herald of Free Enterprise occurred on March 6, 1987 near the Belgium port of Zeebrugge. The second point is Townsend Thorsden, formerly P&O Ferries, operated a British automobile and passenger ferry that capsized shortly after leaving the harbour. Third point, the tragedy killed almost 193 pupils. And fourth point is the capsizing was triggered by leaving the vessel's bow door used for loading cars open. The fifth point is the ferry design made it extremely prone to instability when water penetrates the car deck. And next, the tragedy emphasized crucial issues such as insufficient safety measures, poor communication, and corporate carelessness. The investigation concluded that Townsend Thorsden prioritized schedule and money before safety. And lastly, this result in significant improved the marine safety legislation, include the adoption of the International Safety Management ISM code to increase operational standard and responsibility in shipping industry. And now I am going to explain about the type of disaster that happened in MS Herald of Free Enterprise. First point is mostly caused by human error, which is failure to properly close the bow doors. Second one is inadequate safety measures, which is difficult, which is the ship's safety standard include a lack of communication and emergency procedure training. And lastly, ship design issue, and the Herald of Free Enterprise suffer from a design defect which contribute to disaster. The bow door a weak area in the ship's structure, making it particularly vulnerable to folding it left open during departure.
Hello everyone, my name is Jashwini. I'm going to talk about the main key parties that involved in the accident. First one is Townsend Thorsden, the owner, the company that owned and operated the ferry. Secondly is the Captain David Leary, the ship's captain in charge of the voyage. Assistant Boatswain Mark Stanley is the third one, the crew member of responses. The first officer Leslie Sable, which is the officer on duty who did not check the bow door, and the senior management, the company's executives who were criticized for poor safety practices. And also the sixth one is passengers and crew, which are total 193 people died, including the boat passengers and also the crew members. The main timeline of the MS Herald of Free Enterprise disaster. The facts are first time at the 6 p.m. The ferry departs on Dover, England for Zeebrugge at Belgium. 6 and 5 p.m. they arrive in the Zeebrugge and start to loading the passengers and also the vehicles. On 7:05 p.m. the ferry departs from the Zeebrugge with the open bow doors. And also the ferry is ready to leave, but the bow doors remain open. They should have been closed before the departure. At 7:08 p.m., the seawater rushes in and flooding at the vehicle deck. At 7:05 p.m., the ferry capsized within 90 seconds only a mile from the port. Onwards, the rescue operations begins at 7:30 p.m. Aftermath of the disaster, 193 people die as the passengers and the crew. The survivors are rescued by nearby ships and helicopters. The official inquiry blames the human error and also a poor company safety procedures.
Hi, I am Devsri Kundalan. Today I will explain about the root causes of human error. The first one will be failure to close the bow doors, which is bow doors were left open prior to departure. Water flooded the vehicle deck as the ferry left the harbor. And also, the ferry capsized due to water entering the unsecure bow area. The second one will be lack of communication and procedure adherence, which is crew members were not adequately instructed on the importance of closing the bow door before departure. And also poor communication between crew members, especially regarding the condition of the door. And also, the ferry departed without a true safety inspection, indicating a breakdown in communication. The third one will be failure to follow proper procedure, which is crew failed to adhere the established protocols for checking and securing the bow doors. And also, officers and crew neglected to verify the state of doors before departure. The last one will be no proper pre-departure checks were conducted to ensure the vessel was ready to sail.
Management failure got 3, which is inadequate training and safety culture. Inadequate training and safety culture is the crew of the ferry was not adequately trained in safety protocols by the management of Townsend Thorson, the firm ownership. Because operational efficiency was prioritized over safety, the organization failed to establish a strong safety culture. The second one is poor oversight of safety protocols. Management and senior officers did not make sure that safety protocols were sufficiently adhered to. Clear supervision was lacking to ensure that important inspections, such as locking the bow doors, were completed before departure. The third one, lastly, which is pressure to meet timetables. Reducing response times and meeting schedules were given a top priority due to operational pressure. It's possible the appropriate safety precautions were neglected, and as a result, the bow doors failure to close was dismissed as a minor matter when departure were time sensitive. Graph based on the incident, which is MS Free Enterprise capsizing. So there are 3 main types, which is deaths, injuries and survivors. So the deaths in the red bar, which is 193% who are killed by the incident, and the second one, orange bar, which is injuries, 151% who are get injuries, which is like drowning, hypothermia and impact injuries caused injuries to about 151 people. And the last one is survivors, which is 398 people in the green bar. Fortunately, 398 people managed to escape the sinking vessels and were rescued by the emergency responders.
My name is Dakshani Saravanan. Today I am going to present about the improvement disaster management should be made following the accident. Firstly is installation of automatic bow door indicators. An automatic indicator system should have been installed to alert the crew if the bow door were not properly closed. This ensured that no ferry could set sail without a clear signal confirming the door were securely shut. Secondly is improving safety environment and crew responsibility. The accident occurred due to poor communication. The assistant boatswain was asleep. No one could check the door before departure. Improved safety culture. Regular briefing could have prevented this. Thirdly is pre-departure safety inspection are required. The ferry departed with a formal inspection to confirm the door were closed. Implementing a pre-departure checklist with a designated officer certifying the door are closed and senior officers signing off. Next is improve crew training and emergency preparedness. Comprehensive or safety and emergency response training should have been implemented to ensure that all crew members knew how to handle an emergency situation and communicate effectively. Next is increased supervision and management oversight. The investigations showed management ignored safety in a favor of operational pressure. A strict oversight system with audits and independent reviews should have been in place to ensure safety compliance. Lastly is allowing sufficient time for safety check. Ferry operators should adjust schedules to allow time for the safety checks. Adding buffer time between trips will reduce pressure and ensure proper inspection.
I am Krishna Kumaran. The conclusion about Miss Herald Free Enterprise on March 6, 1987 went down causing an unbelievable death, impact and revealing major security problems in marine operations. The MS Herald Free Enterprise key contributing factors included the board doors failure to secure emergency response protocols. The following is the incident emphasizes the importance of strengthened safety regulation and effective staff's training to ensure passenger safety.